We're talking cattle now, and there have been some ups and downs when we talk beef. And Derrell, one of the ups right now is the box beef records.
That's right. You know, about 2 weeks ago, choice box beef went above $2 a pound for the first time ever. We've been watching this for over a year now with that $2 a pound mark representing a bit of a ceiling in the market, and we finally broke through it. And once we did that, the market has gone higher nearly every day since then, and actually went above $2.10 a pound fairly quickly within 2 weeks after that. So, you know, we've really seen this beef demand kick in once it finally got here this spring after a long cold winter.
So it's been the cold temperatures and people are actually out enjoying beef right now?
Well, I think that's the setup now. Everybody's ready for that. Obviously, a lot of this buying was in anticipation of the Memorial Day weekend. If that goes well, if we have good weather and good follow through with that, it'll set the tone, I think, for a stronger summer demand for beef this year.
Okay, so that's the good side. We're seeing some softer fed cattle prices right now.
You know, this market has had a hard time getting everybody on the same page, it seems like, all spring, and so about the time box beef finally strengthened after sort of being weak early in the year, fed cattle prices now are, you know, we're moving into the seasonal peaks in slaughter numbers, so we're moving the seasonally highest numbers of animals you know, through the slaughter system right now, and that's got the fed cattle market a bit under pressure. But you know, the higher fed cattle prices really does a lot to first help packer margins, but eventually that'll translate into the ability for fed cattle prices to go higher as well.
What are you seeing when it comes to feeder cattle?
Feeder cattle, again, early in the spring, fed cattle prices were very strong. Feeder cattle prices weakened. Feeder cattle prices have still kind of remained weak, more stabilized now than they were. Not really falling anymore, but we haven't seen the strength there. But again, with all eyes on the corn market, where anticipation of significantly reduced feed prices this year, I look for these feeder cattle markets to stabilize, and you know, they'll probably grow a bit as we go through the second half of the year when feeder supplies get considerably tighter.
Okay, you said corn. What else are you watching in the near future?
Well, that's certainly the biggest one from the feeder cattle standpoint. You know, we just desperate for a lot of relief from last year's drought record prices for corn. You know, the demand side is still a very critical level. There's a lot of unknowns. We are in record territory here with beef prices at the wholesale level. That's going to obviously translate into pressure at the retail prices as well. And so there's a lot of unknowns and a lot of focus on what that demand situation will be, particularly in light of the fact that we have relatively abundant and relatively cheap supplies of competing meats in the form of pork and poultry.
Okay, Derrell Peel, thank you much. Derrell Peel, Livestock Marketing Specialist here at Oklahoma State University.